This hour on Verbling, the next in my pronunciation practice series. This is a class where we work on all those difficult to work on pronunciation issues, such as word stress, intonation, and even specific sounds. Today we're going to be working on part 2 of our unit on S and V. It's not only going to be the S, the S, and V sounds, S and Z, not V, sorry. We're going to go a little farther than that. We're going to look at some applications of this in different situations. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a little map so you can see exactly what we're doing in the unit in just a minute. But first, I'm going to do a quick introduction and then we'll get started. By the way, I had some trouble signing in today, so we're starting a little late, so I'm going to make the introduction pretty fast. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. If you click on my name in the Verbling website, it'll take you to this profile page. Follow me on the left to communicate with the chat window, and you can click the I'm just going to go to turn off the mics for just a second because I'm getting a lot of feedback. There we go. And on the right, you can book a private tutoring class or buy a package, and I'll work with you on creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals. Just send me a message if you're interested so I can be sure to have time for you in my schedule. That's a little bit about me. Let's take a look at the material for today, and let me give you a link in the chat window. There we go. Okay, so you can open this up on your computer as well. In the first unit, we started off with sounds, when we have the S and when we have the Z. Specifically, when you've got a plural or a third person form, like he, she, or it. When we pronounce the S as an S and when we pronounce it as a Z. And you can see that in the last class, you can see the map of the course. We talked about voiced and voiceless sounds. So what I'd like to do is try to connect this with other aspects of pronunciation. So we're going to go on to the word focus section today. Let me go to the map for that. What we're going to look at is word stress in the things that we've seen so far. We're going to focus just on the words. And what you're going to see by the end of class is that word stress in an unstressed syllable is the vowel in the stressed word is an sound. If you see that upside down E in the International Phonetic Alphabet, that symbol represents the sound And in a grammar book or in a dictionary, it's called the Schwa symbol. Below that, you'll also see that to practice the sound, you have to build up syllables starting from the stressed syllable. So to get it right, there's a little technique. It's actually called back chaining, where you start with the difficult to pronounce syllable, usually the stressed syllable, and you build up the word, adding in the other syllables. So it's something that you can do when you come across a difficult word. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today in the first part. We'll probably move on to connected speech as well. But let's start here. Oh, and let me just make sure your microphones are working. So welcome to class. Good morning, Edson. Happy Monday.
Thank you. You too.
And Giulietta, nice to see you again. Hello, Giulietta.
Hello, good morning.
Giulietta, you're either the one in London or you're the one in Vicenza.
No,
Okay.
I'm the one in London.
In London, okay, all right. Welcome, Jose. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm doing very well.
Very good. And I think it's, I already forgot.
Ahmed.
Ahmed, okay, yes. The other day you had your name on the board. I mean, you had your name on the screen, I think. Today, I think the other day you had actually Ahmed written in English. No? Maybe.
I wrote it like that in the chat window.
Yeah, but I thought I could actually see it written in English on your icon there. But okay, anyway, I know who you are.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank
Okay, so let's start with word stress. Look at the dictionary entry for the word average. As well as the meaning, you can find the pronunciation of the word. And that's what I want you to look at. The IPA symbols that appear to the right of the word average. It's a little bit hard to see here. Maybe if let me go to a real dictionary, not a little copy. Let me go to a real dictionary. Give me a second. Where did I put my real dictionary? Let's go to the Cambridge Learner's Dictionary because it happens to be a pretty good one. Average. And you'll be able to see it a little bit more clearly. And I'm going to put this just in English, not a translation. Okay, and you can see it here in blue. You can see, well, it looks like it's gray on your screen. And I'll tell you what, let me put it in the chat window as well, so you can see it there. And you'll notice the first symbol is two symbols put together, the A and the E. That stands for the short sound or the closed sound of the first vowel A. It's the sound A. And before that, you'll see a little asterisk. So if you look in the chat window, it's maybe I can highlight it here for you. There, I've just tried to highlight the asterisk that comes before the letter A. If you can see that. That tells you that the stress is on the first syllable. Okay, any other features I want to show you? Yes, the schwa symbol is here. I'm going to try to highlight it for you. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's the upside down E sound here. And on this side, on the US English side, it gives you this extra symbol, which I'll put in the chat window. And it's just for you to be aware. I'm not saying you need to memorize this, but just to be aware of it. The symbol looks like this. Take a look at the chat window. So it's an upside down E with a little spiral coming off of it. That is the sound So in British English, they pronounce it I can't even do it. Average, or average. So what I'm trying to show you, actually, it's a little bit hard to see this. This symbol the second symbol I just put is when you put the vowel and the R together. So in that case, average, rather than average. Average. Okay. It's not really that important. I just want to show you what the IPA looks like, and what you need to do is go there occasionally and just learn the symbols that you need to help you with English. Just that. I suggest you go to Wikipedia because it's an easy place to find the IPA. IPA. You can download it or whatever you like. If you actually, if you go back, there's an IPA just for the English language, which would be maybe more helpful for you. So if we go to that link, I'll put it in the chat window. So here you can see the symbols just for English. Okay, and I'll put the link there for you if you want to check it out later on. Okay, so I'll be referring to this later. But as I said, you only need the symbols that are useful for English. You don't need to learn the entire chart because the entire chart is pretty big. And there are sounds in there from, for example, African click languages. You don't need to know those symbols for English, so don't worry about them. You've got sounds there from Icelandic. You don't need those for English. So you're only going to learn what you need. Okay, and most of these are the same as the English letters. Which ones are different? Here's a j sound, you can see. Here's the ch sound. Here's the sh sound. The R is a little tricky. There's a little footnote that there's different kinds of R's. Here's the th sound, the ing sound, the y sound here, the hard j, which is like j, like John, giant, badge, the voiced th. Those are the difficult ones for the consonants. So those are the ones you have to learn. So the rest of them, maybe not quite so important. Okay, so you can see the stresses on the first syllable, and you can see that the second syllable has the schwa sound, or the average. So it says to look at the dictionary entries for the words below. It might be a little difficult to see this, so you might need to open the link in your computer. But I want you to look at the IPA symbols. And then I want you to check the meaning if necessary, then mark the stress in the same way. How was the stress marked? They just circled it. In your case, all I want you to do is just say the words, and I want you to notice where the stress is. So when you say the word, you're saying the stress correctly. That's it. That's all you really have to do. So Edson, take the first one for us. Notice where the stress is in the IPA symbols.
Agriculture. The science or practice of cultivating the land and keeping or breeding animals for food, farming.
Right. So say the word again.
Agriculture.
Okay. Where is the apostrophe? On which syllable?
The first.
Right, right. So try it again, but put the stress on the first.
Agriculture.
It's better. I'm still hearing too much stress on the culture part. Forget about culture. It's on the a. That's where it goes. Ag.
Agriculture.
That's it. Very good. That's it. Agriculture. Okay, and notice how almost every other sound is that schwa sound. So ag is a normal vowel. The rest of it is an agriculture. 3 us in a row. Agriculture.
In any other words,
It's the same for every other word in the English language. All English words follow this rule. All of them. In fact, it's the same in British English and in American English. Every unaccented, unstressed syllable is an all of them. So it's perfectly okay to say agriculture. It's perfectly okay to say it like that, even in British English. It's perfectly okay. Does everyone say it that way? No, not everyone. It depends on where you're from. But it's perfectly acceptable to pronounce it that way. So now that Edson said it right, let me hear the rest of you. Julieta, agriculture.
Agriculture.
Jose, agriculture.
Agriculture.
Good. Ahmed, agriculture.
Agriculture.
Good. Just be careful with the R, because it's not agri. It's agra, gra, with a smooth.
Agriculture.
That's it. Yeah, smooth R, not a rolled R like ra, but a smooth R. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to give each of you a word. Use the IPA symbols to help you identify the stressed syllable. Julieta, what about the second word? Let's go in order.
Ancient.
Good. Very good. One more time.
Ancient.
It's exactly right. It's where the C is, the CI. Say that, just that sound, the sound of the CI together. You said it right, but say it again for me. Is that exactly? Okay, and on the IPA symbol chart, the sound that Julieta is saying is here. If you can see that. It's that thing that looks like a really thin, long S. for shy and cash and emotion. Okay, very good. Ancient. Now, in American English, we might have a harder C. It might be a ancient. It's not. I would say it more with the ch sound. Okay, but that's just because of where I'm from. There's some variation there. Okay, ancient. Okay, I'm going to give each of you a word. So she did ancient. Jose, what about the fourth? No, that's too easy. Let's do the fifth word on the left column. The fifth word.
Okay. Politician.
Very good. Very good. So the stress syllable is on which syllable? Fourth, first, second, third, or fourth?
Third.
The third is absolutely right. Okay, good. And again, everyone, just like Giulietta, he used the sh sound, right, for the ending of the word because it has a CI. So you've seen now that the CI is a sh. CI and SH are the same sound. They spell the same sound. Okay, very good. Ahmed, I want you to do the second word on the left side.
Revolution.
Very good. How many syllables total?
I think 2.
No, not 2. I'm counting 4. I count 4 syllables.
1, 3, 4. Okay, 4.
Okay, and where's the stress? Which syllable? First, second, third, or fourth?
The
Which
revolution.
Which syllable? First, second,
middle.
third, or first, second, third, or fourth?
No, in the second.
So it's on the revolution?
I think so. Revolution.
Listen to me. Revolution.
Okay.
Revolution.
Will be in that case in the last one. Revolution. The third one.
Not on the last, no. On the third, not the last, the third. Revolution. On the third.
Revolution. Revolution.
Right. Okay. And Ahmed, is the asterisk, not the asterisk, I'm sorry, is the apostrophe in front of the third syllable in the IPA symbols, Ahmed? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ahmed?
Revolution.
Ahmed, do you see the apostrophe in the symbols?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Where is the apostrophe? In front of what letter or symbol?
It's after.
After? I can't hear you.
Yeah, after the schwa. Is it the schwa that you call it?
Good, exactly, right. After the schwa, right. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that's clear that the apostrophe marks the third syllable, which is lu. Okay, exactly right. Very good. Okay, so now you can see how to use your dictionary in a better way. By the way, you'll notice that there's an apostrophe marking the stress, and then there's this other thing that looks like a comma. Don't worry about the comma. It doesn't matter. It's supposed to be a minor stress, but how? I mean, it's really, I think it's very subjective where the minor stress, and I don't even know what it really means. Just worry about the apostrophe. Okay?
Is that the most important rule to memorize, or
well,
all the same?
There's not one rule. There's actually 30 rules. If you want to memorize rules, it's kind of a lot. So I'll give you one though. Any word that ends in a shun, I've said this before, any word that ends in a shun, T-I-O-N, right? For any word that ends in a shun, you have to put the stress on the syllable before the shun, just so you know. So the stress is before the shun ending. So there's one rule you can memorize. So the word population, right? It's going to be on the lay. because that comes right before the shun. In the word nation, it's on the ne. It's only 2 syllables. See what I mean? So you can memorize those rules if you like. It's okay, but there's actually about 30 of them, and I would have to teach that in a private class. Doing it here, it's not very, I don't know. It would take a long time, and we'd have different people in every class. It's just not very a convenient way to teach it. Plus, I don't know if you need to really memorize the rules. I think just having contact with the language will give you pretty much everything you need. But I can tell you a rule when it comes up, and it's important. Okay, let's see if our newcomers can follow along with the IPA. So we've got Anna Carolina and V joining us now. Hello, girls. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm great.
Welcome to class. Good, very good.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Okay, Anna Carolina, I want you to take a look at the at the third word on the right side. I want you to take a look at those IPA symbols to the right of the word, and I want you to notice where the apostrophe is. Okay.
Okay.
So, how many syllables total in that word? 1 syllable, 2,
Hold on.
3, 4?
Let me try.
Mm-hmm.
Scientific. Scientific.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good. How many syllables did you count?
4.
Exactly right. 4. Okay. And the apostrophe shows you the stressed syllable.
And
So Anna, which syllable is the stressed? The first, second, third, or fourth?
3rd. Scientific.
Exactly. Good. So the third syllable is stressed. Scientific. Exactly right. Okay? So think about this as a kind of a tool. If you know just the minimum about the IPA, just the minimum, which is a few symbols that are different than the English letters, and you know this rule about the apostrophe, it will really help you to quickly clear up any doubts you have about a word. Let's give V one as well. Let's see, V. Take a look at the very last word on the right side, please.
Yeah, tradition.
Right. How many syllables?
3.
3, I agree. And the IPA symbols tell us that the stress is on which syllable?
Dish.
Okay.
The
That's
second
the
syllable.
second syllable. Dish. Okay, good. Everyone notice that the word tradition has a TI in the shun, TI. And if you go back here to our chart, in the link that I gave you at the chat window, again, it's this symbol here, the sh like shy, the sh like cash, sh like emotion. So what you've learned is that this sound, so besides this word stress, you've learned something else which is really useful. You've learned, I'm going to put it in the chat window, that this sound, the name of the symbol is called esh. If you want to know technically, like what they call it. That esh sound can be pronounced with CI or TI, or it can be pronounced with an SH. So Edson, remember when you asked me about learning rules?
Yep.
Well, this is an example of a rule. As you can see, it's not really a rule. It's just knowing the patterns in English. So, but this is another rule or a pattern. The sound sh can be spelled in 3 ways: CI, TI, or SH. There you go. So there's 30 more of those. I think what I'm going to do is create a package in the Verbling packages and create a pronunciation course that has all the rules in it, and maybe in, I don't know, 10 classes we can cover them all and give you practice. I can do something like that if you're interested in package. But otherwise, I think we should just come in here, practice, and kind of learn them as we go along intuitively. Okay, everyone's doing a great job with this. Before I move on, are there any questions about the IPA, about the symbols, about the stress, about the apostrophe? Any questions about anything that we've seen so far? Going once, going twice.
Sorry. I don't know the word pass through face or something like that. Can you write it down?
Apostrophe. Sorry. Actually, let's take a look here. Remember when I used that Cambridge Learner's Dictionary earlier? It's a very good dictionary because it has the IPA symbols in it. That's why I suggest you use it. Give me a second here. Where did I put it? Dictionaries. Here we go. I like to use this one because it gives you the IPA symbols really quickly, and I prefer to put it in English only. Apostrophe. So we're going to go to the word apostrophe, and it gives us the IPA symbols for apostrophe too, so you can see what it is and how to spell it. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay. And the apostrophe is that symbol that goes at the very top. In fact, you can see the definition. The symbol here, this one, used in writing to show when a letter number has been taken out, or in this case, where the stress falls. Okay. And by the way, Anna, I always put the answers in the last page of the worksheet. The only time I don't do it is when I'm rushed making the material for the class. But in that case, if I forget, just remind me, and I'll add it later after class. I think I don't have the answers there today, but I can add them after class. Okay, just so you know. But they'll always be there on the last page, or I try my best anyway. Okay, V, does that help? You can see the pronunciation and you can see the definition. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So let's find out exactly where the sound appears in English. Okay? Let's see. Anna, do you think you could read those rules for us in the red box? Let's see the examples.
Okay, sure. And many of the sorry, teacher, I will start over. Many of the unstressed vowel sounds are very weak. In dictionaries, these are sometimes marked like this.
Yeah, this is a schwa, just so you know. The name of that is a schwa. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the chat window.
Slash schwa slash like this. Agriculture.
Here, use the dot.
Agriculture.
There you
Agriculture.
go. That's right. Good,
Agriculture.
Good.
Sometimes they disappear completely, particularly between certain consonant sounds like this. Competition.
That's it. Competition.
Sorry. Competition.
Good. And so the pe in competition, that's the thing that disappears. It's kind of a So that's the schwa. It's an unstressed syllable. And Anna, you said it right. It sounds good.
Teacher,
yep.
There are two TIs, competition, but we say just competition.
No. There's only one. There's only one ti. The first ti is the stressed syllable, and when you have a stressed syllable, you have to actually say the vowel. The second ti is part of an unstressed syllable, and it's not really ti. It's tion. It's a unit that you cannot break down further. It's one unit, tion.
Okay. So the
right.
sound is.
So that exactly. So that's why it's the shun. When you have the ti as an ending, or when it's unstressed, it's a sh sound. Okay. So what you're learning here is that the stressed syllable is the one that follows all the rules, basically. That's what you're learning. So, for example, let's just spend just a minute on this, because I've said it before, but some of you might not have been in those classes. Let me just make this clear. In the word agriculture, the first syllable ends in a G. Ag. Okay? For the record, we're going to call that a closed syllable. Closed syllable ends with a consonant. Why do I call it a closed syllable? Because your mouth is closed. The G forces you to make contact in your mouth. Ag. Ag. Here, the back of my tongue is touching the top, the roof of my mouth, in the back. Ag. Ag. So it's a closed syllable. When you have a closed syllable, you don't say the name of the vowel. The vowel is A, but we don't say A. You give this alternative sound, which is A. If the syllable is open, you say the name of the vowel, which would be A. Let me see if I can give you an example with the letter A, just to show you. Let me see. I can't think of any good A words right now. Let me think of an easy word. Let's see. It's got to be a word that has an A in a syllable, but I can't think of any good ones because the word about the A is unstressed. I need a word that is stressed. No, it doesn't work with alien, because again, alien, ale. It's al in the first syllable. Ale. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. The A's are tricky. There's not a lot of A words. Let me see. You know what? I can't think of a good example right now. Competition. Okay, well, let's look at the word competition. Okay, competition. In the word competition, the first syllable, right? Would you say that the first syllable is open or closed in the word competition? Class, what do you think? Uh-oh, no one knows.
I think it's close.
You're absolutely right. And you know you're right because it ends with what? What does it end? No. Just the first syllable. Just the first syllable.
Comb.
Exactly.
P.
No, not P. M.
M.
Come.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's right. So, does it end with a consonant, Ahmed? Does the first syllable end with a consonant? Is M a consonant or a vowel?
Consonant.
Exactly. Does it end with a consonant? Yes.
Okay.
Is it open or closed? Well, obviously it's closed because it ends with a consonant. Okay, let me show you the difference now. Let me show you the difference between competition and an open sound. Let's see. Here's a word you might know or you might not know. Take a look at the word in the chat window. Okay? That word, the first syllable. Take a look at the first syllable of the word in the chat window. Mr. Edson, can you see the word in the chat window?
Co-education.
Very good. What's the first syllable?
Co.
Good. Is it open or closed? Does it end with a consonant or does it end with a vowel?
It's
not a trick question. Just look at it. Does it have a consonant at the end of the first syllable? Yes or no?
no.
No. Therefore, it's open. Open, here's what I want to show you. Open syllables always say the name of the vowel. Say the name of the vowel. Okay? So, what's the name of the vowel? The name of the vowel is O. O equals something like this. That's why we say co-education, not ka. Because if it was closed, it would be ka, just like competition. Because it's open, we say ko, which is the name of the vowel. So I want to just point that out because it's not really part of this unit, but it's something I've mentioned in the past, and it will really help you distinguish between when you use the schwa sound and when you don't. Because only the stressed sounds follow this rule of open and closed vowels. The unstressed sounds can be pronounced as an and they'll be perfectly acceptable like that. So the word competition, you can say competition, it's okay. But actually, because it's unstressed, the first syllable is more of an competition. And that's perfectly okay too. And that applies to American or British English. It just depends on how fast you say the word. Okay? So just to give you the rule, because Ed said you wanted rules, the open vowel sounds are the ones you know. A, E, I, O, and U. And the closed sounds are the ones that you have to learn, which is A, E, A, and Those are the closed sounds. So that means that there are 10 regular sounds for the vowels in English. And they only apply to the stressed syllables of the words. All the unstressed syllables can be pronounced like a schwa, particularly if you're speaking fast. If you're speaking slow, you can be more precise in your pronunciation. And that's it. That's probably the most important rules you can learn in the English language, for the easiest but also most important, because these are the most regular rules you can learn. Okay, now that we have an idea about when we use the schwa and what's the difference between using the schwa in an unstressed syllable and the rules for a stressed syllable, now you have a big picture of that. What do I want to say? It says listen to the words in one. I don't think we need to do that. I want to go to the little activity you see on the right side. Let's see. Ms. Giulietta, can you just read the directions there on the right side so we can learn this technique of back chaining? On the right side where it says T13B, that's the name of the audio, but just read those directions for us, please.
To practice the words, try starting with the stressed syllable like this.
Okay, give it a try, Giulietta.
Petition, petition,
Good.
competition.
Good. And if you really want to do it like a native speaker, you're going to use the schwa. You can even be less precise in the unstressed syllables. So, t is stressed. I like pig. I like sit. Tishan. Tishan. And you can hear the schwa sound in the shun. Tishan. When you add the pe, it's not really a pe. It's also a schwa. P. Petition. Say that for me, Giulietta. Petition.
Petition.
Good. P. Just a P. And the same with the com. You don't really have to say com. You could just say come. Competition. If you say it fast, competition. Sounds perfectly normal. Competition. Although it's also okay to be more precise in your pronunciation, say competition. That's okay too. So if you want, you can practice it. Competition. And you will hear that certain native speakers from certain regions say it exactly like that. Maybe it's slightly more British than American. Competition. Okay? So it's up to you how you want to say it. But the more important thing is that you notice how other people say it. You notice how native speakers say it. It's not important that you have their exact accent. It's not really that important. Just know how the system works and start to notice when you're listening. This is called back chaining, because you start either at the end of the word and you create links going to the beginning, or you start at the stressed syllable and you link the other syllables to the stressed syllable. Okay? Do I have some other examples? No. These are the ones we've looked at. Let me see if I can give you a few to try on your own right now. So I'm going to give you maybe each a word that is tricky. I'm not sure. What's a tricky word I could give you? Let's see. Let's do this one. I'm going to try to give you the IPA symbols, and let's see if you can figure it out. Okay? Let's see. Anna, this one is going to be for you. Take a look in the chat window. I'm just thinking of kind of random difficult words. Okay, Edson, this one is going to be for you. Give me a second here. Okay. By the way, I'm not saying this is easy. You might get it wrong. That's okay. We're going to learn from it. But try your best. See how well you can do. Okay? Okay. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I don't have a good one for this one. Give me a second, Julieta. This one's going to be for you as soon as I get it. There we go. Well, this one's easier than I thought. Julieta. What I want you to do, Anna, is I want you to use the IPA symbols, and I want you to see if you can say the word according to the IPA symbols, and put the schwas in the unstressed syllable. Notice where the schwas are. Okay? So take a minute, see if you can figure out the word, and then we're going to go around the room and see how they sound. Okay? Let's see. So the next one is for, just see, Jose, and then V, and then Ahmed. Okay, give me a second. What happened to...
Okay.
Give me a second. So this one is for you, Jose. Let's see. 1 second. Oh, this is a good one for you, Jose. You'll like this one. Nice and challenging. Okay, that one's for you, Jose. And V, let me give you one as well. Okay, V, this one is for you. Okay. That one is for you, V. And Ahmed, the last one is for you. Let me think. Okay, I got a good one for you. This one is for you, Ahmed. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think you've all got a word. Remember, I don't expect you to be an expert in the IPA. Don't worry about it if you get it wrong. But I want you to use what you know about those symbols, what you know about the stress, and what you know about the schwa to make an educated guess about what your word is. Just an educated guess. That's all you have to do. Okay? Anna, what do you think your word is? Make an educated guess. If you like, go slow. Do one syllable at a time, and I'll help you. Okay?
Okay. Teacher. Prognostic.
Good, good. Say it again.
Prognostic.
That's exactly right. Good, good. The only thing I would say, Anna, is that maybe you're adding one extra sound, but it's very close. So it's because I'm hearing you say prog. If you can get rid of that ge sound, it'll be perfect. So listen to me. Prognostic.
Okay, let me try. Prognostic.
Okay, good. A little more vowel on the last syllable. Prognostic. A little more. I
Okay.
want to hear the vowel a little stronger in the last syllable.
Okay. Let me try. Prognostic.
Yeah, I want to
I
hear the
think.
is sound, right? The problem is that that Brazilian Portuguese speakers, in particular, tend to drop the last syllable of the word. It's everyone does it. So instead of stick, they'll say stick, right, like you would in Portuguese. So in here, you really need to say the vowel sound, stick, prognostic. Okay, but that was good, very good. In this particular word, there were no schwas. Could there be? Sure, there could be. Instead of saying Prague, you could say prug. If you're speaking quickly, prognostication. Yeah, you could. But anyway, here there really aren't, and that's okay too. Both ways are okay, especially slow down the word. Edson, I gave you a tricky one. Ooh.
Yeah, I noticed.
I gave you a difficult one. But let's do our back chaining here. Remember the back chaining. Start with the stress syllable and add the syllables to that stress. Where's the stress syllable?
Nation.
Wait. Nay. That's the stress. Nay. Nay.
Nay.
Good. Now at the ending.
Cine.
No,
No.
the ending. The last syllable. Add the last syllable now.
Nation.
Not chun, but shun. Nation. Nation.
Nation.
Yeah.
Nation.
Okay, now add the one before.
Cination.
Cination. Good. Now add the one before.
Hallucination.
Good. One more.
Hallucination.
Hallucination is exactly right. It's hallucination. Notice it's not hallucination, even though it's spelled. The real word is spelled with an A. But we don't say the A, we say the schwa. Huh. Hallucination. Huh.
Hallucination.
That's exactly right. Very good. And that was the example of back chaining. Started with the nay and added one syllable at a time so we could slowly build up the word. Okay? Very good. That one was pretty difficult. Okay. Giulietta, where's the stress in your word?
First syllable.
Say it for me.
Cinnamon.
No. Just the first syllable.
Oh, look. Sin.
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 Good. I want to hear a clear I, like sit, like pig. Sin.
Sin.
No, longer. Sin.
Sin.
Yeah, even longer. Sin.
Sin.
Ah, see what happens?
Mhm.
When you say it longer, you switch from the I to the E, and you're saying seen. But I don't want seen, I want sin. I. Try it again, one more time. Sin.
Sin.
It's almost there. It's almost there. So we're getting some interference from Italian, because in Italian the sound I doesn't exist. You only have E. A little bit of interference. It's not bad though, a little bit. Okay, let's add the second syllable. No, add it. Say both.
Added. Cinnamon.
Sin. One more time. Sin.
Cinnamon.
Perfect. And the third syllable now?
Cinnamon.
Perfect. Good. Cinnamon. Mun. Very good. Giulietta, do you know how to spell that word in real English?
Yes.
How do you spell it?
C.
Uh-huh.
I.
Yeah.
Double N.
Right?
A.
Right?
M.
Right?
O. N.
Perfect. So even though it's spelled M-O-N, we don't say cinnamon. Imon. Would you like some cinnamon? No, we don't say it like that. We say cinnamon. Cinnamon. You said it perfectly. The schwas were very good. Just one quick question, Giulietta. Can you hear the difference between seen and sin?
Yes, I can.
Okay. As long as you can hear it, eventually you'll get it perfectly. Actually, it was very close, but just as long as you can hear it, then that's really all you need. If you can't hear the difference, then it's a lot harder to acquire the sound. Okay, but very good. Actually, I don't know why I have this page on the screen, because we're not really looking at those words. So I'm going to turn that off. You can look at my big, ugly face. Okay, Jose, what do you think your word is?
Yes.
Actually, wait. Let's start with the stress on your word. Just the stress.
The stress, I think, is the first syllable.
Okay, say it for me.
Thermal.
That's 2 syllables. I want to hear just the first.
Thermal. Third.
Okay, good. This is written in British English. This is a British English transcription.
Okay.
Third. Okay.
Third.
Good. And the second syllable?
Mer.
Almost. Maybe just the L is a little bit off.
Mall.
Mall. Good. Put them together.
Thermal.
Almost. It's the L that sounds strange. Almost. Thermal. Wait, listen. Wait. No,
Okay,
listen. Use your ears. Wait.
Yes.
Thermal. Okay. It can be a little more open on the L. Thermal. I'm hearing a weird closed. You don't have to close it.
Okay.
You can keep it open. Say mall.
Thermal.
But keep it open. Mall.
Thermal.
I'm hearing you close it for some reason.
Okay. Thermal.
Wait a second. One more time. Listen to me.
Okay.
Mall. That's perfect. Thermal. When you do the sound alone, it's perfect.
Okay.
I think the point is that you're closing the sound for some reason. You're kind of going thermal at the end.
Okay.
Keep your mouth open at the end. Thermal. Okay. It's a little bit better.
Okay.
It's a little bit better. You don't need to make any contact at the end. You don't need to go mol. No, you don't need to put your tongue anywhere. Your tongue is floating in the middle of your mouth. Mol.
Okay.
Look at my mouth. Mol.
Okay.
Okay, we've got to stop soon. Let me give V and... Oh, we lost Ahmed. Oh, Ahmed, I can't believe you disappeared. V, tell me what your word is.
Yeah. Victorious.
Okay, good. Where's the stress? Say just the stress for me.
Yeah, the second floor.
Tall.
Because of the letter R behind R, so I pronounced floor.
Forget the R. The stress is... let me just take a quick look. The stress is on the O. Tall. Right. Victor, because this is written in British English. That's why there's... Forget about the R. Victorious. So in British English, it's an O. Because I'm using the Cambridge Dictionary, it's mostly in British English. If it was in American English, it would be victorious. Okay. Okay, we've got to stop there. But now you've had a mini masterclass in the difference between open and closed syllables, what the stress looks like in the IPA, and what it sounds like. So not so much practice today, but what you have is hopefully a clear idea of the rules and how to apply them, and how to use a dictionary or grammar book to help you along the way. Okay? And hopefully that helps. I'll be back in just a minute to do business basics. We're going to be playing a little game in business basics. We're going to be playing a game where you have to use sort of your personal tagline to introduce yourself in a very fast-paced game. I've never tried this before. It might not go well. Let's try it as an experiment. Be back in just a minute. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.